This video will show you how to assemble the Onyx Treadmill and install the 32-inch Max console. It is recommended that you place a protective covering on your floor for the assembly process. During each assembly step, ensure that all nuts and bolts are in place and partially threaded. Do not fully tighten bolts until instructed. Several parts have been pre-lubricated to aid in assembly and usage. Please do not wipe this off. If you have difficulty, a light application of lithium grease is recommended. The hardware bags are numbered with the step in which they are used. Do not open a numbered hardware bag until instructed. The treadmill consists of 3 boxes: the frame, the console bridge, and the console. It is very important that you either keep the serial number label from each box, or write each serial number down. Place the required tools near your work area. Unbox the frame and console bridge in the location where you will be assembling the treadmill. Remove the front cover and motor cover from the frame. Open the Step 2 hardware bag, which has 10 bolts of the same size. Install 1 bolt on the left side to support the mast. Then, set the left mast on that bolt, and install 2 bolts on the outside. On the inside of the left mast, install the other 2 bolts. Repeat the process on the right side with the other 5 bolts. Tuck the cables into the left and right channels on the console bridge. The cables left out of the channel on the right side will go down into the mast. Have one person put the bridge into position while the other person carefully feeds the cables down the right mast. When there is no more cable slack, push in the console bridge until it clicks on both sides. After the console bridge is installed, the mast bolts can be tightened further, but do not torque them yet. Remove the left cup holder. Open the Step 4 hardware bag. Install 2 short bolts, each with a washer, to connect the bridge to the mast. Install a long bolt, with a washer, in the underside of the bridge. You may tighten these bolts, but do not torque them yet. Repeat the process on the other side. Remove the underside cover from the bridge. Open the Step 5 hardware bag. Have one person hold the reinforcement bracket in place, while the other person installs 2 screws into the bracket from the underside. Next, plug the wireless charging wire into the board, then set the console bracket on the reinforcement bracket. Make sure to not cover the reusable zip ties. After you plug in all of the console connections, you will use these zip ties to bundle the cables together. From the Step 5 hardware bag, install the 2 shortest bolts into the bracket. Torque the bolts to 25 Newton meters, or 18 foot-pounds. From the Step 5 hardware bag, install the 2 medium-length bolts, each with a washer, toward the front of the console bridge. From the Step 5 hardware bag, install the 2 longest bolts toward the back of the console bridge. Torque all 4 bolts to 40 Nm, or 29 foot-pounds. Next, install the left handlebar side cover. Remove the pre-installed screw from the inside of the handlebar. Route the LED wire through the round hole. Click the cover into place. Plug in the LED wire. Reinstall the screw. Repeat the process on the other side. Open the Step 6 hardware bag. Slide the handlebar assembly into place. Install 2 bolts on the left side. Repeat the process on the other side. Torque the 4 bolts to 40 Nm, or 29 foot-pounds. Plug in the 3 handlebar connections on the left side. Tuck the cables into the mast. Put the top and bottom covers into place. Install one of the long screws toward the front. Do not over-tighten the long screw, or it may push through the bottom of the top cover. Then, install 2 of the short screws. Repeat the process on the other side. The right side has 4 handlebar wire connections, as opposed to 3 on the left. Place the console face down. Loosen the 2 screws at the bottom of the cover. Then remove the cover. If you are installing an XL console instead of a Max console, see the owner's manual. This cover should be installed on the console bracket before you install the console. Place the console on the console bracket. There are 2 hooks on the back of the console that should set into the console bracket. Connect the cables in the same order in which they are listed in the console connections chart, which can be found in the Onyx console troubleshooting document. Starting on the left side. Number 1. Digital communication and power, 8-pin, flat. Number 2. Ethernet. Number 3. Console LED, 4-pin, flat. Number 4. 2-in-1 handlebar cable, one is e-stop, 4-pin, flat. The other is quick key, 8-pin, stack. Number 5. Ground. Number 6. UCB to control board, 5-pin, flat. Number 7. TV tuner control, 12-pin, flat. Number 8. HDMI. This cable may be plugged into either of the top 2 ports. Both are marked HDMI, in. Number 9. HR Connect, 4-pin, flat. Neatly bundle the cables together, using the reusable zip ties. Now, on the right side. Number 10. 2-in-1 C-Safe cable. One is cab communication, 8-pin, flat. The other is C-Safe communication, 8-pin, flat. Number 11. 3-in-1 headphone cable. One is LED, 2-pin, flat. The second is ground. The third is headphone connect, 4-pin, flat. Number 12. Control board and communication, USB connector. It is very important that this USB connector is firmly plugged in. Number 13. Inverter power, 6-pin, flat, with ground. This is used on the 32-inch Max console only. Number 14. RFID connect, 5-pin, flat. Neatly bundle the cables together, using the reusable zip ties. Reinstall the back cover on the console. Tighten the two bottom screws. Open the Step 7 hardware bag. Install the 4 bolts, each with a washer. Torque the bolts to 25 Newton meters, or 18 foot-pounds. Now, torque the mast bolts. Torque all 5 bolts on the left side, to 40 Newton meters, or 29 foot-pounds. Repeat the process on the other side. Now, torque the console bridge bolts. Torque all 3 bolts on the left side, to 40 Newton meters, or 29 foot-pounds. Repeat the process on the other side. Connect all of the cable ends from the right mast. Ethernet. Coax. Connect the 2 ground wire ends. The white connector plugs into the bottom of the power board. The console cable plugs into the motor control board. Install the power cord. Open the Step 9 hardware bag. Use the 2 shorter screws to install the power cord bracket. Install the left bottom side cover. Install 1 screw into the bottom of the cover. If you cannot install the left and right cover screws due to the space restriction underneath, install them after the treadmill is completely assembled. Power on the treadmill and press the up button to elevate the deck until you have enough room underneath. Repeat the process on the other side. Reinstall the motor cover. Reinstall the front cover. Install the bracket cover. Reinstall the left and right cup holders. Reinstall the console bridge cover. Reinstall the C-safe cover if it was removed. You have finished treadmill assembly. You must set up the console before using the treadmill. See the video. Onyx console. First time setup, for instructions.